Hey, welcome to the course, and we're going to learn web development. We're going to go over like what a website is and stuff, and how to build full stack applications. So, entire websites, front and back end. Are you going to be a pro at web development by learning, like following this course and stuff? No. The only way to become a pro at web development and like really good at it is to practice, practice, practice. So use the GitHub links in the description. Use the videos to get a grasp on the principles and the basics, and then to really drill down what you've learned, go practice on your own. Go build some projects, because coding, web development, it's just a tool like a drill or a screwdriver is, and the goal is to build a website, not become really good at HTML. So just learn the principles and start building. Let's go. So what makes up a website? We all know what a website is, or at least I hope. Um, it's like Google. You go in there, and there's two things that make up a real website: the front end and the back end. The front end's like the user interface. It's what you see on screen and what you interact with. And the user interface, it's great at looking pretty and handling user input and stuff, but it can't process or store anything that the user does. It can't store the data. So that's why you have the back end. You have the server to process the data that the user's sending from the front end, and you have a database, MySQL, Mongo, Postgre, whatever, to store the data. So you need both of them, typically. Now here's our little roadmap that we're going to follow. We're going to start off with the front end, HTML, which is used to throw. It's just the skeleton of the website. It's all the images, links, text that you put in the website, and it's very ugly by itself because it's not styled. It's just like a bunch of text and stuff just thrown onto the page, and then we're going to style it using CSS and make it look pretty. So we're going to get a pretty website. However, we're going to want to interact with it. And to interact with the website, we need JavaScript. So we're going to implement JavaScript, and then we're going to go to React. And React's not a language like JavaScript, CSS, or HTML. It's a framework. It's a tool developed by Facebook that pretty much allows us to write these three things faster. It speeds up our workflow. So it helps a lot when writing really big applications. Then we're going to move from the front end to the back end and learn to develop a Node.js server with a MongoDB database. And I know some people will be like, what? We should use like C# or Python or MySQL instead of Mongo and stuff. And yeah, you can make cases for that, but the goal is to really nail down the principles and stuff. Once you figure out how to build like a basic API or server and stuff, and create like a database and stuff, you can kind of plug and play with all the different languages and databases and stuff. It's just about knowing the principles, then going out and practicing them. So where do we go from here? What are our first steps? Well, we're going to need a text editor, and a text editor is just a application, a software application that allows us to write the code and run it. And we're going to be using, if you have a text editor, that's great, but I'd recommend VS Code or Visual Studio Code, and it's perfectly free. So let's jump into it. Okay, so we're on the Visual Studio Code website, and if you don't have it, then I'd recommend downloading it. If you have another text editor, then that's fine too. So I already have it downloaded, so it's right here, and this is This is not going to be how it looks when you guys open it. It'll probably be like a weird, two weird bars here. And I got rid of those by right-clicking, and then I don't have anything now. Well, right-clicking and then clicking hide, there was an icon that said hide. So I'm going to create a new folder here just to kind of show you how to use it pretty much. Call this folder stuff, and then you can drag and drop folders here, or you can create new folders. Here you can create a new file, you can create a new folder. You can also right click, create new file, new folder. Yeah, and then you'll notice that I have like a weird black theme on here, and I did that by going to extensions, and I have this black ocean theme. If you type in black ocean, just download it and then click set color theme, and it'll do it. There's also many other themes. You can go here to settings, color theme. I'm using black ocean. You can click another one. We'll click that one. I'll change it back though. Cool. So yeah, if you make extensions and stuff. And then you really don't need to know this. You just need to know you drag folders in there if you need it. And you can create new folders, new files, and that's it. You know how to use your text editor. Let's move on to HTML.